Barcelona Arsenal are suddenly circling the same name, and the football world is leaning in. A 19-year-old centre-back from Palmeiras, towering at nearly 2 metres, left-footed, and already turning heads in Brazil and beyond, the kind of profile scouts scribble in margins and general managers call about at odd hour. Reports say Barcelona have prepared an opening offer of around Euros 12 million, while Palmeiras are said to be holding out for at least Euros 15 million, a gap that turns this into a tense bargaining story as much as a talent one. What makes the figure more than a spreadsheet line is the profile behind it. Someone who captained youth sides, who has been shepherded through Palmeiras ranks, and who made his professional break earlier this year. Showing enough composure on the ball and reach in the air to make top clubs sit up and imagine him in their systems. Imagine corner after corner where a defender wins the sky. Picture a nervous striker sizing up a wall of 1.97 m. But there's more than height. The scouts rave not just about aerial dominance, but about the kind of left-footed passing out of the back that modern coaches prize, the rare combination of size and comfortable ball play that lets you build from deep without sacrificing control. That combination is precisely why Barcelona, always hungry for a left-sided centre-back who can link play, have reportedly moved. It is also why Arsenal, who have made youth and long-term planning central to their recruitment, have been watching closely. On paper, the arithmetic is simple: Euros 12 m here, Euros 15 m there. But transfers are rarely arithmetic. They are chess. Timing, relationships, patience, and the ability to convince a young player that a move across an ocean will be better for his career than the steady route at a giant club in Sao Paulo. Palmeiras' stance, valuing a homegrown, academy-trained talent highly, is predictable and sensible. Clubs who breed talent rarely let it go for pennies. Barcelona's willingness to table a concrete figure shows urgency and intent, while Arsenal's monitoring suggests the Gunners see the same upside and are weighing their next steps. The bigger story isn't simply which club signs him, it's what a move would mean strategically. For Barcelona, tied up in a defensive rebuild after departures and a need to balance the squad, this could be a low-risk, high-reward insertion. A physically imposing, left-footed presence who could be groomed alongside senior leaders. For Arsenal, bringing in a promising centre-back would be another statement in a long-term project that mixes immediate quality with future value, and it would also deny a rival a potentially cheap solution. Both clubs can argue they are doing what elite teams must, planning ahead while keeping an eye on value. The player's immediate calendar matters. He will continue with Palmeiras at least until the next market window, giving both buyer and seller time to negotiate. That waiting window creates drama. Will Palmeiras soften, accept structured payments, or insist that the price reflects not only a teenager's current output, but the likely premium he will command in future seasons? Will Barcelona or Arsenal try to sweeten a bid with add-ons and sell on clauses that bridge the Euros 3 million gulf? Or will one club accelerate talks to secure an advantage before rival interest grows louder? Those are the tactical questions that turn a transfer rumour into a transfer headline. Beyond numbers, there is also human cost and potential. A 19-year-old deciding between staying in Brazil to fight for minutes at Palmeiras or moving to Europe and adapting to new languages, styles and expectations. Some players blossom under that pressure, others need a gentler path. That uncertainty is what makes this narrative compelling. Every scout's praise, every reported offer, and every public valuation carries a second layer, the story of a young man's career and the choices that will shape a decade. And for supporters, pundits and directors, the outcome will be measured not only in euros, but in whether he becomes a bargain cornerstone, an overhyped risk, or a well-timed signing that rewrites both clubs' plans. So as agents speak softly with NDA and clubs' draft clauses, the football world watches a small drama that could have outsized consequences. The Euros 12 million bid, the Euros 15 million ask, the 1.97 m frame, a left foot that can start attacks, all of it stacked into a single winter decision. When the phone finally rings and someone signs on the dotted line, The result will ripple through starting XRs, discuss their budgets and the scouting lists of the next young defender waiting in a Brazilian academy to Brazilian academy. Until then, the headlines will multiply, the bids may rise, and two of Europe's great clubs will quietly measure risk against potential, and a 19-year-old's next steps will become one of the season's defining subplots.